An error has been made. On the way to creating some one world order that will as must come to pass, every world, just as every system of worlds, constellation of systems, universe of constellations, or superuniverse of universes, will achieve unity. That unity will be reflected inwardly in the hearts and minds of every individual as they harmonize with the hearts and minds of others, and outwardly as a unified and divinely coordinated administration that is in full alignment with higher administrations, from family to local to state to nation to international to interplanetary and beyond. The error has been in the thinking that such a so-called New World Order could be an achievement of man, for man, and by no more than man's machinations. Mortal man does indeed play a pivotal role in the coming back into alignment with higher and higher universe realities of an inhabited world. But it is hardly to be a manifestation of man's will for himself and or his fellow man alone, so much as a descending revelation of God's mercy, justice, order, and love for all of which man may, by his personal strivings at self-improvement, and only by such personal strivings, come to reflect to greater extents and degrees. Your economy. In the absence of a common language, culture, race, or religion, it is to the decided good that commerce should drag mankind kicking and screaming into some semblance of progressive coordination on a global scale. No matter how much commonality is lacking amongst the mortal creatures of this world, self-interest will always unite the stronger in the subjugation of the weaker, in pursuit of that which is better, even if not that which is best. And so we have the legacy of the economies of the world's most advanced civilizations growing toward increasing interdependence, replete with rules of commerce and custom to be shared for the sake of greater advantage, if not mutual benefit. It is to be expected that in this process, the tried and tested ways of man become as like an overarching edict upon all that man endeavors to accomplish. Even so, the laws of man are not necessarily the will of God, and man's capital interests are hardly the currency of the Father's kingdom, albeit the fellowship of man, angel, and spirit. Your jobs, your industries, your economies, your ways of life, as important as they may seem to you at present, they are not the end-all be-all to the world you inhabit, not to mention the universe. Through your management of valued resources by way of financial systems, you are learning real survival skills that shall serve you well, both in time and in eternity. But that cannot forever be the solitary metric by which the advancement of civilization is measured. Very much of what you now consider the economy is but the largely illusory outward functioning of your own ways of thinking, being, and doing, which are as destined to arrive at a point of material termination as is the soul that remains so materially identified and therefore constituted. That which works, works for a reason, but not necessarily for all seasons. Your systems of capital distribution are divinely upheld inasmuch as they have their parallels with higher existences. But never must the ceaseless pursuit for even higher and more meaningful parallels be forsaken for preoccupation with securing dominance over that which has been, even as it flounders in its own obsoleteness. Though it is wise to learn from the past and build upon the knowledge that has come before, It is only a species of spiritual laggardliness for otherwise thinking men and women to insist that the problems of the day and their possible solutions are entirely the same as have been before, and should therefore be approached in the exact same way, or by way of some extant ideology. This reflects no more than man's own unwillingness to change, all but assuring that one will ultimately be overtaken by those who are.